One day, a tiny mouse lived near the hut of a wise sage. The mouse was terrified of everything: the rustle of leaves, the hoot of an owl, even his own shadow. One morning, a hungry cat spotted him. The mouse ran for his life. He dashed across the forest floor and jumped into the sage's lap. The mouse trembled with fear. The sage felt sorry for the little creature.
Do not be afraid.
With his magical powers, the sage transformed the mouse into a cat. In an instant, the tiny mouse became a sleek, powerful cat. Now the cat no longer feared other cats. He walked proudly through the forest. But his happiness didn't last long. One day, a wild dog began chasing him. The cat barely escaped. Panting and frightened, he returned to the sage.
Please help me again.
The sage smiled and transformed him into a dog. Now he was bigger and stronger. No dog dared challenge him. But his peace did not last long. Until one afternoon, a tiger emerged from the jungle. The mighty beast roared. The dog froze. His legs shook with fear. Once again, he ran back to the sage.
Please save me.
The sage waved his hand and transformed him into a tiger, the largest animal in the forest. The tiger looked at his powerful body, his sharp claws, his enormous teeth, his striped fur. For the first time in his life, he feared nothing. Day by day, the tiger became more arrogant. He began to think,
I am the strongest creature in the forest.
Soon, he stopped visiting the sage. He stopped showing gratitude. And then, a troubling thought entered his mind.
The sage knows what I truly am. If others ever learn, will they still respect me?
The thought grew darker.
If the sage were no longer here, no one would know what I once was.
One evening, the tiger quietly approached the sage's hut. He crouched low, his eyes locked on to the old man. He prepared to attack. But before he could move, the sage opened his eyes. The wise man had already understood everything. He looked at the tiger and said,
You may have the body of a tiger, but your heart is still that of a mouse.
The sage raised his hand, and instantly, the mighty tiger disappeared. In his place stood a tiny mouse. The mouse looked around in shock. All his power was gone. Ashamed of what he had become, he ran into the forest and disappeared, never to be seen again. Never forget those who help you. Pride and ingratitude lead to downfall.